All right, good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm Jared Klein coming to you live from the NBC29 Digital Desk with our morning rush. Let's start things off this morning with some breaking news of a vehicle crash that has caused some traffic issues along Route 29 this morning. This is at Red Hill Road south of Charlottesville. This roadway, the northbound lanes have been closed since around 5 o'clock or so this morning. That's when we first got the alert here into the newsroom. So if this is part of your morning commute, just make sure you use caution, maybe avoid this area if at all possible. All right, let's turn things over now to our top stories over on NBC29.com. Coming in at number 1, 4 school bus drivers no longer with Albemarle County. As you know, the district has been having some issues with transportation this school year. We'll get to that story in just a moment. At number 2, 1 person displaced after a fire in the Belmont neighborhood rather. And at number 3, Charlottesville police proposing the addition of license plate reading cameras to stoplights. All right, well, 1 person is out of a home this morning after a fire in Charlottesville's Belmont neighborhood. Crews got the call around 9:30 last night to Rive Street. Firefighters worked quickly to put out the flames. Now, thankfully, no people or pets were hurt. The cause of the fire is under investigation. School is back in session in Charlottesville and Albemarle County this morning, and a bus driver shortage in the county has only gotten worse. 4 drivers stopped working last week. Right now, 124 are on the payroll. 13 are still needed. On the bright side, though, the district says there are far more applicants compared to last year. Charlottesville police plan to add license plate readers to stoplights in the city. The department says it will spot, flag, and notify investigators when a suspect's vehicle passes by its lens. Now, the purpose is to catch people wanted in violent crimes faster, but there are some privacy concerns. Police say the cameras will only take pictures of plates, not drivers. Chief Michael Kochis also says measures are being taken to ensure the technology is not misused. According to the chief, donations are being used to pay for the cameras. If you are in the market for a new home, finding one is getting tougher. Potential buyers are being met with fewer and fewer options. That's according to a new report from the trade association Virginia Realtors. Not only are existing home sales down, but there are fewer homes being built. Virginia Realtors chief economist says the best way to navigate the housing market is to talk to a professional and to broaden your search. All right, we're joined now by Jennifer with the...
Yeah, good morning. Okay, so it is back to school for students in Charlottesville and Albemarle County today. My kids even went back this morning. So a lot of parents on social media, you know, you post that first day back to school, and usually like the year and the teacher's name and their name. So there are also some concerns and things to think about, though, for parents when they decide to post those pictures. There are some digital security concerns. So experts say that, you know, when you do that, it kind of opens the door for people that are like identity theft and even people that try to contact your children. So those sort of things, you kind of want to be careful. You know, just putting them out there on that public platform, you kind of really need to be careful. You know, predators, that sort of thing. So something to think about. I never really thought about it, but.
Now, last week we were in a story, an expert said that some advice would be to take a picture with a background that's you can't be recognized, like just trees or something. And also don't put the child's how old they are or their school on like a sign. You could, I guess you could just say like first day of kindergarten, like this child here.
And maybe, because you just, and their first name maybe.
Yeah,
you don't want to get specifics of your address, what school they're going to, that sort of thing. You want to keep all that private.
Yeah, maybe just say first day of school.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep it simple.
Happy first day of school, yes. All right, so we've seen reports now too of malaria now in the United States. So this recent report, Maryland reported its first case of locally acquired malaria in 40 years, and there was some reports in, I think, Texas and Florida a couple months ago. But this is kind of like the cycle of what happens when you get infected, and then it enters a person's bloodstream and goes to the liver and that sort of thing. And then this is Though a reminder, the CDC says it's extremely low to acquire malaria in the United States. I mean, there's more than 240 million cases of it worldwide, and 95% of that is in Africa. So it gives you kind of a little bit of perspective, but it does cause fever, chills, headache, muscle aches, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. So it, so it is something to kind of be aware of.
Yeah.
And then these are some of the things that you can do to protect yourself, of course. No standing water. Don't be outside during dusk and dawn, insect repellent and long sleeve clothing. So kind of common sense sort of things there. But it's just, when you hear malaria, I think as Americans, here we're just kind of like,
alarming,
whoa.
just to hear that word, like that there are cases here in the United States. So definitely keep an eye out for those symptoms and try to avoid mosquitoes altogether.
Right, absolutely. No one likes the mosquitoes.
No.
Okay, now this is so cute. So this is a spotless giraffe. It's believed to be the only one anywhere in the world. It was born at the Tennessee Zoo, and it really is fascinating to see that pattern, that unique giraffe pattern. It does not have.
Honestly, I feel like though it's all one spot, because you can see the spots are darker on the other giraffes. So I would venture to say this is not a spotless giraffe; it's a one-spot giraffe.
Spot.
It's
well,
just a big spot.
And they're trying to come up with a name, so maybe it could be one spot.
One spot, spotty.
Spotty. I was thinking, like Plain Jane.
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane. But it's kind of wild, to think of. And evidently the last record of a spotless giraffe was born in 1972 in Tokyo, Japan. So I've never, it's never thought of it. It's pretty neat though.
Extremely rare,
Yeah, rare and unusual. So
now I wonder, will the giraffe develop spots later on, or is this lifelong?
I know. I was wondering the same thing, because like my kids born blondes and now their hair is getting darker. You just kind of wonder if things change as it matures. But so far it is spotless, or as you say, one spot.
One spot.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast brought to you by Michael and Son Cooling. A beautiful day outside today with a high of 85. Definitely, we got rid of that heat from earlier this week, but it will be back. We're still in August, remember, folks. We've got a high of 97 on Friday, near 100, with a chance of storms both Friday and on Saturday. And it looks like we're cooling back down with a high of 78 on Monday. That is something to look forward to. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday out there, everybody. A great first day of school for those students and teachers and staff in Charlottesville and Albemarle County. We'll see you again on NBC29 News at noon.